Welcome back to Mondays with Madrid. My name's Janessa Payne. I'm a biomedical sciences major and I'm a sophomore, but Coach Madrid is going to update us for what happened this week.
Jay, it's good to have you. We are blessed to have you here. And those of you that know what I'm talking about. Those of you that don't, we'll inform you on another episode of Mondays with Madrid. But thankful to have all of you here. Javelina family, just another tremendous past week with our women's basketball team. Janessa and her players were extremely fortunate to have a weekend sweep of St. Edward's and St. Mary's this past weekend. Had a throwback game on Saturday in which we wore our Texas A&I throwback uniforms, which were really, really cool, and able to get some alumni back and watch us play. And so extremely excited about the growth of our team and Janessa and her teammates, and looking forward to this next week when we travel over to San Angelo. We'll play Angelo State, and then on Saturday we'll travel kind of southwest, I guess, to Odessa and play UT Permian Basin.
So now I'm going to ask Coach Madrid a few questions. My first question is, what is your spirit animal?
What is my spirit animal? Oh my gosh, that's incredible. I would have to say like some sort of monkey, man. Just because when you go to the zoo and you see them, they're just kind of everywhere. You know, erratic, jumping from this to that, and I'm a little random. And you can be telling me a story, and I'll just stop you mid-story and ask you just some random question. My train of thought is kind of all over the place. I don't know if that's really what a spirit animal is, but that's what I'm going with. So we'll just say that. So anybody who wants to bring me some stuffed animals, I'll gladly take them.
Okay. And then next, what would your perfect day be like?
My perfect day would probably be anything, just spending time with Ryan and Sammy doing absolutely nothing. Maybe just at a playground, maybe at a movie. Ryan loves the aquarium. Just spending time with them. You know, it's incredible. Ryan has changed everything for us. And so anytime we get to do things with her, and make her feel special, I think that's good. She's playing basketball right now. I haven't got to see one game, but I go to practice. I don't coach. I sit in the stands quietly and watch. And they take a lot of water breaks. They take a lot of water breaks. You remember taking that many water breaks when you started playing basketball?
No.
They take a lot of water breaks. So anyway, that'd be my day.
All right. And then who was your favorite cartoon character as a kid?
Speedy Gonzalez. Do you know who that is?
Yes.
Speedy Gonzalez. I loved Speedy Gonzalez. Okay. He was, I don't know, his accent, he was completely awesome. Not to be confused with Coach Omar Gonzalez. There are two completely different people.
Yes.
Right? And there's no relation there. But
yes.
So I would say Speedy Gonzalez.
Okay, and then my final question. If your house caught on fire and you already took Ryan and Sammy out of the house, what would be the final thing that you grab?
Probably a cell phone. That sounds terrible, doesn't it?
Yes.
Probably a cell phone. It's a great question. I think if I have them, maybe some photos. But I don't want to think about stuff like that. That's a really random question.
Just something random.
Okay. All right, Jay, thanks for the questions. I have a few questions that I want to ask you. So you are in year 2?
Yes.
Okay. How has your transition been from, your freshman year to now your sophomore year? A little more comfortable?
Yes, it is. It's a lot more comfortable. I'm just getting used to the level that we play at in college, but it's pretty comfortable so far.
Okay. And then you mentioned your major. Okay. What exactly do you want to do with that, and why? Well,
I keep changing it, but as of right now, I want to be either a neurosurgeon or an orthopedic doctor, just because the brain really interests me, and I feel like bones are really easy to understand.
Okay. So what has kind of led you to that?
No idea. I just really like the brain and bones.
Okay, so I heard a story that your mom was trying to drive your car somewhere, and evidently you have an alarm for everything imaginable on your car, right? Mm-hmm. So how did that work out for your mom?
Well, she just doesn't know how to use the button, so I think she messed it up trying to start the car, and so it just went off every time she opened the door.
Okay. All right, so tell everybody, who are your roommates?
Devin, Veda, and Annalise.
All right, so thinking about your apartment right now, okay?
Okay.
Which one of your roommates, and you can include yourself, which one of your roommates is the cleanest?
I would say me or Devin.
You or Devin. Okay, which one's the dirtiest?
Annalise or Veda.
Or Veda. Ty.
Ty.
Which one's the quietest?
Veda.
Which one's the funniest?
Devin.
Devin. Okay. If you were going to go on a long road trip with one of them, which one would you take?
Well, Veda asked a lot of questions, so maybe Veda. Me and Annalise would just listen to music the whole time of random songs. Me and Devin would probably be quiet for a good hour or two, and then I don't know. So.
It's funny you mentioned that about Veda, because Veda, sat cockpit when we drove from Silver City, and she was playing music, and it went from like some random music to some Disney music to some K-pop, things like that. So I know the one thing, we love Veda, but I don't know that you want Veda to be the DJ
I could see that.
on a road trip. And so what is the difference, do you think, between this team this year and last year's team?
I think we have, I wouldn't say like more character, but like funnier people. Not that those people weren't funny, but we have like, they're just really goofy this year.
Okay. All right. That's all the questions I have.
That's all we have for today. Tune in next week for another Mondays with Madrid.